Hey guys, LegomationStudio here with another Hero Factory 4.0 Breakout review. This time we'll be taking a look at the old guy we've seen in every line. He's kind of the main character, or at least besides Rocka now, Furno. So we have now Furno. They don't call it Furno 4.0, it's just regular Furno. Looks awesome, but hate the packaging. But gotta say, these sets are great, and they've very much changed from these crappy little guys, which we'll get to later in the review. But right now, we'll just take a look at the packaging. Of course, it's this stupid little booster pack cookies food container that you'd think food would be in, but it's ages 7 through 14, and it contains 56 pieces, which is plenty good amount, and 300 points for the game. And it kind of looks like he's underwater. I think that's kind of his thing because he's got Jawblade, this kind of shark villain behind him. And he has these turbines. But it's weird, I mean, he's a fire villain. Why is he underwater? Fire and water are like the exact opposite. But whatever, we'll turn it around here. On the back, we just kind of have his function is displayed with his little Zammer shooter. I call it Zammer Sphere, but they don't call it anything. His mask, his old mask is back, or helmet I should still call it. His chain that he can put villains in. And then just more advertisements for Hero Factory, Black Phantom, the game. You can use the Hero Core to do points online. And $12.99. I failed to say this in the other review of Rocka, but there are actually three $12.99 sets. It's Furno, Breeze, and Rocka are all the $12.99. The $9.99 are the other two. Surge and Evo. What's this? The piece is already open? Yeah, don't freak out, don't freak out. I did open this before because we were at the mall and I wanted something to do, and it was an awesome set, so I was bored and I opened it, but it doesn't change what the pieces are. So first, instruction manual. Hero Factory, yep. You can use the points online to play the game, looks awesome. Organize the pieces. Then we get on to the back. We have Furno and Jawblade. Pretty nice. Then we have Furno and Jawblade again because they actually have a combination model, which looks like, I guess, kind of cool. It's like an underwater tank, which you can find online. They all have this laptop because you can go online and you can probably find the instructions there. And then Win Lego. So a different kind of instruction booklet, but actually smaller than Rocka's. But whatever, we don't care about the instruction booklet. We could build this on our own if we wanted to. On to the pieces. What people really buy these sets for. Or people my age and over, at least. Mockists. So red feet, we have these tubes. Where are the new pieces? Here's one of the new pieces we've got recently. It's like a gun. We got it in gunmetal before, and now we have it in this nice red. Some white armor. I guess now Furno is white and red, which is really weird because I used to think he was all red. He has that new body front piece that all the new heroes have. It's very slick and it has flames on it, which is really nice detail. A clear arm piece. Two turbines, which, I mean, they aren't new to Lego, but they are new to Hero Factory, so we'll count them as new pieces. Of course, the new chains that you can put against the villains, hang them up in their arms and everything, just chain them up. Some armor we were introduced to this summer, red Zammer Sphere shooter. This cool, it doesn't really work with this set actually, it kind of stands out, it's kind of weird, but this Lego piece, you see it in Lego Knights and Lego Kingdom sets. Kind of weird they decided to put it in this set, but it's really weird actually, but they did. Then we do have, I mean, it's not new, but we got his old helmet back. I guess they decided to be really cheap, or they said, you know what, kids are going to start thinking these are different characters. Let's put back the classic head so they know it's still the same guy. So yeah, it also works with this set though. Maybe there's a story behind it. I really don't know the story yet. No one does. Here's the crappy Hero Core though that they have now with a little code on the back. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the new pieces. We do have these as well. I guess they were used in Star Wars ships and stuff, and now we have it in this. But it's not technically new pieces. But we do have a lot of cool red, random white pieces. But overall, not really too many new awesome mock pieces like what we got with Rocka. We got a new helmet and a new everything. But for what we have, this looks awesome. Let's go ahead and build it. Alright, so now we have him built. Let's talk about Furno. Well, building experience, there wasn't too much new. I mean, you have the regular Hero Factory build. I say this in every review, but it feels the same. The armor, there was a lot more armor here. There are two pieces back here that kind of attach onto each other with the front plate going here. This doesn't really look that good, but, you know, they probably listened to me in my reviews about needing armor, and so they just put too much. But the turbines were new. You attached a tube and it went into the back, and that was really interesting how that all worked out. I mean, I probably could have done it myself, but it is new. It's not something Hero Factory has done before with a hero. Then other than that, not much else building experience wise. It was kind of normal. I say the attaching the turbines was pretty much the biggest thing that was different. I guess attaching this weapon was also really cool. They've been doing this with the Hero Factory 4.0s where they have half a Thornax launcher piece and then the other half they have this gun shaped thing. So at least they're trying to make their own kind of weapon, even though it's still Thornax launcher or even Sandwich Spear launcher. All of us Bionicle fans know that. Now we'll move on to playability and modeling. As far as a figure that's fit together goes, it looks fantastic. I mean, the turbines and the white don't really mend together, and actually, I mean, I don't want to say it's fantastic. It's probably on the same level with Surge, where there's these random things sticking out. I mean, I always have liked the red guys. They were almost my favorite of Bionicle, my favorite of, like, everything, really. Every Bionicle that was red I had to get, and of course I have them all, but, you know, red was my favorite. If there was any first one I'd have to get or review or talk about, it would be the red one. But why didn't I talk about Furno first? Because, honestly, I don't care for his character, and right now, this does not look that well to me. I mean, it's cool to have the turbines, and it's cool that he's underwater and stuff, but he has these random white pieces, he has this bulky thing here, and don't even get me started on this random Lego minifigure spear piece here. I'm just going to come out with the truth. This guy isn't the best. I definitely head for more of, like, Raka and Evo, but if you like Furno's character and you're into collecting them all, it's not really that bad. I'm just comparing it to the other heroes we've gotten for Breakout, the 4.0 Breakout line. But as far as fit together, he works together well, and you can move him and stuff, and playability, it'll be awesome because kids will be able to play like underwater and pretend that he's, you know, spinning the turbines, breathing underwater. That's nice, and I like the return of the old helmet because I did really like the masks of the old guys a lot better than some of the new ones. But as for the Breakout line, it's not one of the best, but it does have some good pieces, and he does kind of fit together with this little chain here that you know he's gonna get somebody. And I guess if he's swimming underwater, he has to have the turbines. But did they have to choose white? I mean, why couldn't they do all red? So now that we've compared it to Breakout not being that well, let's still compare it to the past sets. So here are all four versions. Notice that, you know, parts of the 2.0 might be wrong. Just, you guys pointed this out last videos. It's because I mock with them, and sometimes you will mock with them, and we'll take them apart. So this may not be the exact replica, but you get the idea of what this figure was. So, but starting with 1.0. 1.0, people got excited for it because they did look cool in the way they were built and the idea of the heroes and everything. But really didn't care for that much. Loved the clear hero cores. I loved the chest armor, but he's short, as you can see. Definitely not worth $7.99, especially a hero set. They've obviously listened to us, even though it's taken about 2 years. You can see slowly they have begun to listen to us. They've just gotten better and better, really. So that's with 1.0. He had this orange and red was his color scheme. Then we head on to 2.0. Everyone has these new heads, these new weapons, and this new kind of build that we're being introduced to. And his color scheme still fits pretty well to what he had before. He doesn't have any orange, but he does have a lot of red, and that's his kind of main color. Or I guess this color here works with kind of the differentiating between these two. I loved his old weapon though. The guns, maybe not so much. Then we head on to 3.0, and you know, they did this idea where they would have bird-like or animal-like figures, and so he had wings and he could fly, and while his character was diluted down to some because we had this Raka guy that we were now introduced to, he did look pretty cool, and he represented the eagle, and he still had the same color scheme that he was going for, and it still pretty much worked. He needed more armor on his arms and legs, though, and that's, of course, what we got with 4.0. So this is our comparison. These three, I think, being the same price. Of course, this was probably the best for your money. Maybe this guy, though. But they have improved by far on the flexibility, the pieces, and the looking more like a Toa set should be. But, you know, these were all $7.99, and now we have $13.99. So you are having to pay a little more. You're having to pay almost double. So I think I might have liked the way the other ones looked and fit together, at least the last two, especially 3.0s. Because look, this color scheme is now like white and red. I mean, that was nothing we ever had. But anyways, I'm nitpicking. If you like Hero Factory sets and you want to get them all, go ahead and get him. If you like Furno's character, go ahead and get him. I kind of made this pledge, which I now maybe wish I hadn't, where I would get all the Furno sets because I love the red guys. But as for a red, like, Toa Bionicle Hero Factory Technic set, he doesn't really live up to the hype. But as for just a set in general and working with this new breakout line, he's okay. So it's your decision, you know. This little Lego weapon doesn't really work for me. This random bulky piece on his arm doesn't work for me. And the white doesn't work for me. The turbines could have worked. They just could have made them red or gunmetal. But, and there's this random clear piece on his arm. I just don't get why they decided to do that. So yeah, I guess I'm in just a pissy mood. But if you agree with me, leave in the comment section below, because I just don't feel like he's a true red figure, you know? He's Furno, he's fire, he's not underwater. Why didn't they send, like, Surge or someone? But I guess I'm thinking too much like Bionicle. It happens to all of us, doesn't it? I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you like him, don't listen to me. You should go ahead and buy him anyways. They are an awesome line this year, and next we'll be taking a look at Split Face. Thanks for watching, and this is LegomationStudio signing out.